Hello everybody, my name is Joe Guy and welcome back to Subnautica. Today I think is gonna be a good day. Now you'll have to forgive me while my guy stares at the ceiling for a second whilst I get my timer all sorted out. Because of course I forgot about it. But in fairness I remembered sooner than I usually do. Hey Tintin. I've been respectful and morose for the past couple episodes it seems, and all serious and shit. Which I do not regret. But we should remember that what we are doing today is very, very positive. Woohoo! At least I should hope so. I think it stopped its circling, it's just waiting now. Yeah, there it is. Hello? Okay, we're allowed to be occasionally quite respectful. Here we are, the shrine of everything, with our enzyme. Let's do it to it. And hope we haven't been led down a dark alley. No, there it is. Hey guys, you're not hungry, are you? Yay! Aww. See, here's the sad thing. There's no way that she is fitting through that portal. She's not speaking to me. This isn't about me.
My young are swimming for the shallows. I thank you. Their freedom is my end. What will it be like, I wonder, to go to sleep and never wake up? Perhaps next we meet, I will be an ocean current, carrying seas to a new land. Or a creature so small, it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell, friend.
You are quite welcome. Someone here who sees the bigger picture. And we reflect on what Bart said as he rested in paradise waiting to die. That his friends and family had become a part of the ecosystem of this wonderful planet. You must remember that everything does indeed die. Better get back in Tintin before I suffocate out of pure ambience. So now what? Farewell, friend. We haven't... I mean, are we cured? I think I've got to see where they go. Okay. Hit save. I hate saving outside just in case because like the oxygen always acts a bit funny when you come into the game. Well, let's see what happens here. I just don't want to take Tintin because the warper's around. There they are. Hello. Stop. Bye. Because you know what? We're good now. I don't know quite what the deal is. Fingers crossed. Something has changed. Let's see in here then. Let's see if we've done it. I don't know if we've done it yet. If there was something that I was meant to see down there or do down there with them. Like protect them from predators. It's just warpers around there, really. I mean, they are very vulnerable. There's only 5 of them. It's a long old walk to the whole have you done it bit yet. Of course, I could have taken a shortcut and gone into the moon pool, but that has its own shit on it. And I may have just panicked and gone the direction that I knew. I mean, I understand kind of what we're doing is restoring balance to the ecosystem in a way. God, this is all going to be a whole lot for nothing if it turns out that I've still got to do a thing. Well, hang on, I know. Easy way to tell. I'm still infected, so I think there's something that I still need to do, but I might as well go check. Yeah, okay, red. That's fine. Still don't know what to do then. Oh, what's all this? Uh-oh. Oh my god. Hi. Bye. Hey! Boy, it was healed. Man, everything still wants to kill me, but nothing can now! Fuck, yes! Fuck! Yes!
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. No remaining sign of bacterial infection.
Oh my god. So if I not be contagious, yo, then escape I think I can, yo. I knew there was something I was missing. It was all too weird for it, like, for it not to be. In which case, mini criticism game, don't stick an enemy right next to the end game teleporter. What were you thinking? Of course I was going to miss that. Believe it or not, there are bubbles everywhere in this game. I'm not looking specifically for brown ones. I was just hoping you'd inseminated it into the entire ocean water supply by this point. Which in hindsight was maybe a little bit dumb, but still. Yeah, we're cured, we're cured. Head up there before you get goddamn infected again. Concentrated enzyme thing. I didn't get a databank entry for that one, did I? No, it just said no remaining signs of bacterial infection. Let's hear it again. I said let's hear it again.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. No remaining sign of bacterial infection.
No congratulations there, PDA. I guess you're not self-aware after all. So then. So then. Ah! Yes! Oh, lights out for you. I'll listen to that wonderful emptiness. Glad that Doomsday containment unit is still alive. Uh-huh. Hear that silence. That silence means I'm free. Careful now. Yeah, you just stay deactivated, please. As much as I'm sure a Doomsday device would probably eradicate the bacteria, it would also eradicate the cure. I like that because I'm pretty sure right here is where the rifle was. The point is made. You don't need it, dummy. You saved this place with science. That's the portal back down to thermal land. Oh no, it's over here. I think we can kind of see it floating in there. Hard to say, a bit dark. But still, I mean, that's one of the main themes of the game. Is a video game which says that violence is not the answer, not in this case. There we are. Whoop, okay. That's very effective, you know. I just want to get a look at it. I want to get a look at it powered down. I know the warp gate is down there. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready for this to be. Shh, 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 shh. You're done. Oh. I mean, I don't even really know what I'm looking at, but I'm guessing it is a limp gun. Happy, happy. Alright, down. We need that warp gate. There's stuff we still need down there. Not much stuff, but stuff still. You know why I'm here? Where the hell is the bloody moon pool thing? I get lost. I am lost. Where am I? How is this happening? How could there it is. Okay. How could something that dumb just happen? Okay, still warp us around. And I do not have my stasis rifle for any potential Reaper incursions. But it's also okay. Alright, let's do it. And we go. Didn't save. Probably should have. Man, it's gonna glitch out. You guys get to see the glitch. Ah! Okay. Oh. Hanging in there for just long enough, huh? Hi there. You saved everybody, you know. Me too. I don't know if you even fully understand that sort of concept. Doesn't really matter, you did. Hey. Amazing thing. Still, as you say, you're not ending. Circle of life goes on and on and on and on. Gift Gaff tells me my goodie bag expires on the 11th of what's your face? Hey, Tintin.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I've been thinking about what to do with my vehicles. Now we've kind of come upon the leaving time. Oh god, the enzyme's down here and all. Wait, is it? It is. Yeah, it's everywhere. That makes a bit more sense. Yeah. And I think, honestly, the most poignant thing that I could do with the vehicles who I've named after people, who I've only become attached to because I've named them after people, is to quite simply leave them where they are. We're coming back this way in a second, but this will be Tintin's resting place. Just as this thing's journey's at an end, and so is Tintin's. Their job was to help me leave. To anthropomorphize them a little bit, if you'll forgive me, which I feel is fair considering they're named after people. Their goal was to get me there, to help me get there. That's what they've done. Why would I take them away from the site of their victory? Why would I backtrack with them to where they started their journey? Their point was the journey's end. And that's where they'll rest, in memory of where their journey ended. And it'll be the same with Dawnlit out here. Molten heart of the planet. You know, considering that the Sea Emperor lives in the bloody shallows, you couldn't have built this all the way up there, could you? Wouldn't that have been easier? Here he is. Dawnlit, our one and only Cyclops for this adventure. Let's give him a second, despite me burning to death. Here he is. And this is his final resting place as well. Having a mobile base like this has been wonderful. And despite initial misgivings, I actually really came to be fond of the colour scheme. Partially because it matches the auroras, so it actually feels really cohesive in universe.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
With its set of
All
lockers,
systems online.
his bloody lab equipment I never got around to using, the swim charge fins that I was kept being recommended and never used. All that jazz. Yeah, I mean, the good thing about leaving him here is that you'll have to forgive me if I'm gonna get like sentimental a bit. Is like he's food for these lava larvae, right? For this one lava larvae. Maybe others will find its way to it eventually and then get eaten by the lava sharks, which I'm presuming is why this thing is being largely unmolested. I don't think there's anything else I'll need in here exactly, but it's a good resource materials just in case I need some more. There might still be shit I need to do. There may well be shit I still need to do. This lovely little room here did me so well. I'm wrapping up here. This is probably the finale of the series, barring any future episodes, and Maya has decided just now to start meowing. I fed you, shut up, that was the deal. Literally, you sign a contract, have the bones to stick to it. Bugger me sideways, hang on. Let's make some room in our belly. When I get out of here, I'm never eating a marble melon again. I think a planet-side life would be nice for me, honestly. So yes, the rest of this episode, expect me to be a little maudlin as I revisit the important places in this series, and the Cyclops Dawnlit here was absolutely one of them. He's earned his rest. So he has, so he has. Give me all that. Actually, the thing I actually came in here for, I almost forgot. I crafted the materials for it, but I'm just gonna take it. Maybe someday somebody else will crash land on this planet. And maybe they'll get rescued because they'll be allowed to leave if a nearby ship picks them up. But if not, then the energy signal from the Cyclops, which would hopefully still be going because it's, you know, thermally powered, may give them a signal that there is hope down this way. Provided they're gonna make it past the sea dragons and don't just think I'm an incredible troll. Here we go. Here we return to the resting site. We've said bye to you though. We're here to say bye-bye to Tintin. Tintin, you got a lot of late game usage, and coupled with the grappling hook, you became much more fun, has to be said. Congratulations, you survived the run. My one and only prawn suit with your grappling hook, shut up Maya, and drill arm. Did good, well done. You can stay here and give respect to this thing. As resting places go, I think you've done alright for this. What? Wonder where they are now. The Sea Emperors. You know, like it kind of implied that they'd be heading off into the ocean trenches beyond the crater edge to feed off microscopic organisms, and I think they'll be relatively safe. You know? Because once they've kind of out of range of the Reapers and shit, do I need to worry about that? Yes, I probably do. Once they're out of range of the Reapers and everything else, even the juvenile Ghost Leviathans, there's nothing really out there which would eat them. Even the Ghost Leviathans out there subsist on microscopic organisms the same way that... here we go. The same way that the Emperors would. Is from, I believe, by the way, here, right here, that we watched Sunbeam go down. The first, well, not the first, but an earlier group of people who gave their lives for this, I suppose you'd call it mission. It's sort of an accidental mission, but it's still a mission. A mission which involved the curing of the Kara and the freeing of me. And we're down there on that sea ledge. The base we hated. In fact, I think down there, maybe... no, I thought I'd left a couple of waterproof lockers down there. Obviously not. Still though. I don't have good memories of this place. But they're still memories. I want to have a look at each base before I go. Each main base, I should say. Here's Sunbeam View. Oh yeah, I fucking forgot about you. It's not really deterring it. Oh, neither is that. Get back underwater. There you go. Here we go. Now, did I leave Fume Knight in there? I did! Hey, buddy.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Officially our first vehicle and our first named vehicle of that. Let's take it out for a final spin.
Welcome aboard. All systems online.
Fume Knight, great. So Fume Knight and, you know, Miss Adams as well. Unfortunately, Miss Adams, your final resting place will be down in Hidden Windshield. I won't be able to get a final shot of you just because I don't really know how I'm going to get down there. I've left my Cyclops and everything down there. So without backtracking and everything like that. Oh, maybe that's worth doing. I might do that in a little bit, just in terms of like the farewell tour. Yeah, Theme Night, first vehicle. Well, no, actually, because we had two. Was it two? It was two. Two sea moths before. Two unnamed sea moths. One dead to a Reaper, one dead to Bone Shark. Fume Knight did not die. In fact, he stood up to both Bone Sharks and to an even greater extent to that same Reaper that took down the sea moth. Hell of a thing. A bunch of you didn't approve of me killing the Reaper. Which I get. But I really think it was either that or just live in constant fear of it turning the corner and being in front of me. So you'll stay here. Your base is solar powered, so I think you'll actually find yourself, permanently with power down here, permanently running. In case anybody crash lands, they can use you towards future endeavors. Sunbeam View was the first base that I think I made just out of sheer creativity. Red House was very much kind of necessity. I mean, I put creativity into it as well, but I really wanted to make Seamoth Sunbeam View a nice place to be, as opposed to just somewhere which was functional. Trying to strike that balance. The garden as well, always so excessive. I've never needed most of this crap. But still, it does make for a pretty picture. Yeah. Next up. Easy to forget that this was the entire inspiration behind this base. I'll come into view any second now. We can start to see it. You can't because YouTube compresses for shit. But I can. The terrible frame rate and system-droppingly high beauty of Vigodoria. Yeah, gorgeous. This was the first base that I made where I was like, I want to make this massive thing, and I want it to be a big deal, like a powerhouse, and like I wanted to make that. I want to light it up all cool, and yeah, very satisfying to finish this, and definitely the base which took me the longest to make. I mean, Sunbeam View was awkward because building above land is always awkward to a certain extent. Now, one thing I think I will do before I leave is I think I'm going to release the animals. Hey guys. As you can see, our tanks are now empty. The life of Vigodoria is now swimming relatively close by, which I think has already killed a few of them and is no doubt upsetting the ecosystem. They appear to have kind of wandered off for the most part, but there was a fully grown crab snake around here not too long ago. I think the sand sharks have settled in up there. We'll see. It's up to them what they do, really. I really saw the herbivores up there so they didn't get munched on. One last thing I do want to do before I go here, though, is head down to here. Hopefully I don't need the radiation suit. Because we got these depleted nuclear waste things here. Which we want to just, wham, bam, bam, bam. There we go. This place's nuclear program can be shut down. It can run off of one solar panel with a lifeless, Any sign of the guys? Ah, there they all are, lovely. Yes, it just needs the lights on and oxygen, basically, doesn't it? And they can chill there until they find somewhere else to go. Okay. Oh, and off. And here we return to the life pod. Where's Cuddles, I wonder? Cuddles. Cuddles. He's off cuddling elsewhere, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe I placed him closer. Oh, there he is. There he is. Well, we also have all the fish from our various aquariums, and the ones not from the research lab that I want to preserve, such as the second cuttlefish, 2 hoverfish, including Joke, who now goes free, and the rest from our aquarium at Red House. You get to stay here as well. Remember the life pod? I remember the life pod. Early days. God, working from small resources back then, wasn't I? Still had everything I needed. It's cool. Cool to see both Fungi Tower over there and the Neptune. Neptune. I keep thinking nuclear, whatever. We got used to this view after a little while. Although, was that always the angle that the Aurora was at? I don't know, I thought I remembered it being more straight on. Huh. Well. Onwards with our farewell tour. Oh, sorry. Come here. Okay. You go, come on. Your place is here now. Gotta Harry and the Hendersons this guy and let him go. Goodbye, life pod. You're home to some mysterious times. Turn the beacons off, which is problematic. Guys, look, I made it. I made it after a ropey way down. Look, we get one last look. It's hidden windshield, yay! Oh, my newest base, and such fun to build. And see, it wasn't with us for long, but it was very memorable to make. Oh man. I honestly don't have a favorite base, but I do kind of feel that, like, I didn't get quite enough time with this one. Just because I spent a long time on it and very much enjoyed like the process of creating it. And then, like, before we knew it, we were pushing deeper. And of course, up here, our latest vehicle.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Have Miss Adams, also at her journey's end. Literally, in her case, the maximum depth to which she could have possibly gone. The maximum she could have possibly helped us. Oh boy. Well, it's just a glance at it. I'm glad I did this, actually. I was thinking, it's like, is it worth doing? Yeah, it's worth doing. And what a jolly old time we had here. It isn't Subnautica if I ain't using a stasis rifle. I'm just taking a shortcut back upstairs because I couldn't be arsed going through the whole swimming up to Bulb Base thing again. So I'm going to teleport to Bulb Base instead. It's my game, I'll do what I want. And here we are. Finally completed the circle, come round the horn. You know what, we actually are going to take Fume Knight out on the last voyage.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, no, replacing the paracel. Enter gazebo, Fume Knight, hello!
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
I'm keeping the beacons off. We don't need them. We just need to know roughly which direction. Hang on. Where is it? It's over there. Right, okay. Maybe we'll see a bloody great rocket ship on the horizon. Again, something we could have built anywhere. Although I imagine a lot of people choose to build it very close to where they started out. Ah, God. That actually took a long time. The farewell tour. I'm really hoping I'm going to show some skillful editing there. Because otherwise, that could drag on a bit. But I hope you guys think it was worth doing. Subnautica's been more than just... It's about more than just the planet. And it's about more than just... Where's Fungi Tower? There it is. It's about more than just the monsters and the dark and the fear and everything. It's also about the mark you make on the world, whether it's an ecological impact of devouring whole civilizations of peepers, or building a base on the horizon, saving the planet by shutting down the Aurora's reactor core. Building a vehicle to companion you down to places where you couldn't go without it. This is what Subnautica's about, and to that extent it's appropriate to visit these places which meant the most to us. There are obviously some places we haven't seen. I didn't bother including any footage of the expedition bases, even though I did go by a few of them on the way to places, because that's what they were there for. They were markers. Although I will admit, Pandora's Box, which I never did name after Laura, thank God. Although it turns out she did like the joke. Pandora's Box saved my bacon down when I was heading to a hidden windshield. I needed it in order to breathe, basically. I also bloody built this extra air tank, which I never wound up bloody using. Sorry, I promise that's my last death here. And speaking of our impact on this world, of course, we come finally to Red House, just round these red corners. I think I see it over there. No, I don't. Any moment now. I am in the right district, right? There it is. Red House. The first base. There's never going to be one like it. Let's see. We'll park Fume Knight inside. We'll give him the power to keep going. Instead of... Because Tintin will obviously shut down.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And go silent alongside the corpse of the Sea Emperor. Fume Knight and Miss Adams and the Cyclops will remain, you know, as much as a vehicle can. Yeah, Red House. House of Red. Still kind of like with this little office here, which we never really wound up using. Ta-da! Oh, I've loved this. I truly have. Nothing like the first, is there? Nothing like the first base. Alright, so in here should be the shield generator. There we go. And... oh, come on. Don't you go fucking breaking on me now. In here should be everything else I need. Gee, alright, game, fucking grow up. I don't remember exactly what I need, so we're just gonna take the fucking lot of it. Why the hell not? Don't make me reset your ass, game. Swear to God. Better eat some as well. Whew. Alright, it's time. Whoop. Let's do it to it. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. There might be other steps to do, but this is the final push. We're getting off this planet. Be interesting to know kind of in... I better not do that. Oh, actually I better. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know how long I've been here in, like, in-game terms, but I can live without that. Alright. That's the cockpit, right? We are bloody getting there. Ooh, I am excited. I really am. There you go.
Neptune 1 rocket online.
I get to color it. I get to name it and color it. The rocket named Neptune. You know what? I'm actually gonna save my remaining names for because there aren't that many. I'm gonna save my remaining names for below zero, because there's gonna be shit I can name in that. Neptune is just fine. So that's how I've been thinking of it. And you know what? White's just fine as well. I don't really feel the need to color it. I really don't. Neptune 1 rocket online. Is that really all I need to do? Wow. 1 second. Just wanted to restart my recording so that I had fresh footage, is all. Just because I was running up against the time limit, where I'm comfortable having the length of recordings be. I think I gotta call it. Because I dove off it, because of course I did. Pretty sure everybody does. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. You know, maybe I'll come back here one day with like a research team. That could be fun. I mean, I would be the expert. My days of being a general maintenance man are far from over. On to my life of celebrity. Come on, game. I've flow broken enough in my Subnautica career with saving screens. I could just edit past it, of course, but I've never done that before, so it's kind of fitting that I don't do it now. Da 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 da. Fuck's sake. Okay, the game beat me. After all this time, I edited past it. Bye Paradise. Bye Sunbeam View. Bye Red House. Bye Vigo Doria somewhere over there. Bye Hidden Windshield down in the depths. Bye everybody. Bye Aurora, of course, although technically this is your fault. Auxiliary power unit. So, okay, we might not be at the end of this yet. There might be a little bit more to do. Oh no. Is there another episode's worth in here? What do I need? Okay, what's it got? Communications are away, rocket not ready. Yeah, rocket not ready. What do I need? Boot up the primary CPU. I can do that.
Primary computer systems active.
Not sure about that voice. This? Prepare time capsule? Oh god. Oh, this is how they did it. Ha! Gee, I don't have anything on me. Oh, I'm good. Okay, that's good.
Life support systems online.
I mean, all my other vehicles have been ready to go. Oh, I have to prepare a time capsule. Alright then. There's obviously other stuff to do down here too. Throw a switch.
Auxiliary power unit online.
Communications array. Locker.
Communications systems array active.
I'm sure I'll find something to eat. Hydraulic systems, there we go. I was wondering for a second.
Pressurizing hydraulics.
I think it's getting night out there.
All systems are go for liftoff.
Here we go. Alright. And you know what, time capsule? The image I'm gonna give, I think, is just gonna be... Ah, wow, I can totally see how this stuff is, like, spoilery. I guess I wouldn't want to include anything spoilery, of course. Images of Tintin or of Dawnlit are tempting. But I think of all the images, Sunbeam View feels like a good one to do. I don't want to honor anybody in particular, because I've taken a lot of kind of good shots, if I do say so myself. But I'm a natural show-off. So I like the idea of, do you know, actually, my favorite one is honestly this. I would really appreciate if you did not fall out of the thing. That'd be terribly immersion breaking. Hang in there, yo. Because that is definitely a moral I would use here. And I guess of all things that I would just very simply try to keep it as you know, as little spoilers as possible. Picture of the Cyclops, show submarine at sunset. I think that's pretty. Dawnlit, you can have the honor of that. I'm just going to give him my most trusty tools: the thermal knife, the stasis rifle, and of course, the habitat builder. Because those were my 3 favorite things. Aside from the scanner, of course, but you're bound to already.
Capsule ready.
You're bound to already have a scanner. Yeah, that looks good.
Time capsule ready.
Let's do it. Yeah, baby. Time has come.
Ready to launch on your command, Captain.
Life gives you some beautiful shit sometimes, but you gotta know when to leave it behind.
Launch in 10, 9, 8.
Hey guys,
7.
might want to move.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on, baby. God, I'm leaving.
Time capsule jettisoned.
Come on, come on.
Caution. Approaching orbital debris field.
Thanks, sir. Oh, no-oh. Whoop! Hold on. Are we okay?
Orbital debris field clear. Performing gravity turn maneuver.
Here it is.
Confirm destination coordinates. Nearest interstellar phase gate. Engaging ion boosters in 3, 2, 1.
I feel a sense of achievement.
What is a wave without the ocean? A beginning without an end. They are different, but they go together. Now you go among the stars, and I fall among the sand. We are different, but we go together.
Yeah, baby. Oh. Roll them credits, yo. Oh, that was really fucking good. Oh, god damn. Okay, credits, everybody. Read them names. They worked so hard, and that will speak to you after the credits roll. I'm dancing, by the way. You guys want to know? I'm totally dancing. I'm dad dancing.
Welcome home to Alterra. Permission to land will be granted once you have settled your outstanding balance of 1 trillion credits.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Can I tell my story? Oh my god. Oh my god, I finished it. Holy crap, how long has it even been? What the hell? When was my first episode released? Like sometime a few months ago. It was when I mean, hasn't been super long. Let's Jill plays Subnautica blind. Let's see. Yeah. This was released on July. So what? Fucking 8 months. 8 months to complete Subnautica. I loved it. I absolutely freaking loved it. This game is at early stages went among the ranks of my favorite games of all time. Now, it's not perfect, and I've criticized like little bits to it, but I think it represents a huge step in sandbox games and is so unique in its way that I don't think I'll ever forget it. I truly don't. And I don't play a huge amount of the modern games that come out, though I try to experience, a fair amount of them. But I don't think I'll ever forget Subnautica for a variety of reasons. For the atmosphere, for having the courage to break trends with sandbox. Okay, where do I want to start with this? I usually start these end of series things by talking a little bit about the plot. And I feel like I have a lot already, Because the plot was basic in its execution. It was a survival situation to find your way out of, somehow. And to do that, you had to go to the depths of the world itself and come back out with a solution. But just towards the end there, I started to think about the game's themes. Balance was a big theme in this game. We even saw a yin-yang symbol towards the end there. As I mentioned, you're inserted in the middle of the food chain. You're both prey and predator, especially at the start when you're more forced to eat meat. And then gradually you kind of develop these like farming techniques, which very easy, like it doesn't take a lot of farming to make you completely self-sufficient. Like I lived off marble melons without much difficulty whatsoever, aside from not being able to kind of like take my food with me. I guess, yeah, it just didn't have any problems with it, compared with farming in other survival games I've done, where it always feels like a chore you have to put a ton of time into. Subnautica streamlines it, and it streamlines a lot of crafting, and I think it was, I never had to tab out to look something up with Subnautica when it came to crafting, because it was so well integrated into the UI and the mechanics of the game. Minecraft, take a freaking note. But to go back to the plot, the themes of balance were there as well, in terms of like, think about sort of the antagonists, these aliens who were not present anymore but had died out due to the Kara. They had all this power, all this technological and scientific might, and they failed because they encountered something which wouldn't give them what they wanted because it didn't think them worthy of it. They took, but in the end what saved us was being given something by the Sea Emperor. It gave us the knowledge. It gave us the knowledge to help it. Like, it didn't... It's a very moral game, this, in certain ways. Despite having no moral choices, it has this theme of be aware of what you're doing to an environment. The themes such as, like, when you start to, like, eat the wildlife around a base area, that doesn't come back. Like, the areas around Red House and the life pod started to get sparser in terms of the wildlife. So I suppose it's fitting that I deposited all my aquarium life back in around the life pod, so it will kind of have a natural level of life there. I mean, it would have come back eventually, obviously. In the end, though, we did something unequivocally good in order to survive, which is kind of antithetic to a lot of survival stories where it's like, what would you do to survive? How far would you go? We had to push ourselves. We didn't have to do anything that we can't be proud of down there. Maybe killing the Reaper was unnecessary, but still, I'm still proud of that. I mean, prey predator, it's all balanced, like everything does die, and I feel like I didn't need to kill that one. Plus, I saved an ampule while doing it, so who's to say? So wow, just looking back, so much of this game was tied to that theme of being aware of your impact and having balance in what you put in and take away from the world. And that's so beautiful in a way. And this game in general was gorgeous, like its atmosphere and its music, and I mean, it was all atmosphere, really. It was incredibly atmospheric. That's what made it so memorable. Highlights like the What Are You from earlier on, which I mentioned, where you get that signal for the first time from what turned out to be the Sea Emperor. You look over the ocean, just going, it's like, was something just looking at me? Can something see me right now? Something can obviously see me right now. Why can't I see it? So that alien nature as well came into it a lot, where it's like, this stuff is incomprehensible. Man, there's so much that I loved about this game that it's kind of hard to put it into a coherent post-series rant. So I think I'll probably just leave it at that. The atmosphere was amazing. The creatures were... Okay, here's what I liked. There's a couple things I'll criticize. The atmosphere was amazing. I loved that it had like a really coherent story which you could follow by discovering locations and exploring ruins. That stuff was all wonderful, and like the datapad entries were well written and interesting, and you could like extrapolate reasonable conclusions from the stuff that you were reading. The environments were all distinct and beautiful. The enemies were a mixture of the way that fear progressed in this game. There's this video out there called How Subnautica Uses Terror, which I haven't seen yet, but which I'm probably going to watch immediately after, or in the next couple of days, because it was recommended to me in the comments a little while ago. But Subnautica does indeed use fear of the unknown a lot. Now, when you get down to the bare bones of it, the basic format that an enemy attacks you in is pretty much the same. Even a Ghost Leviathan will just come at you until it hits you and it chomps you for a certain amount of damage. A certain amount of damage which is very particular. Some enemies may mix that up with animations. Some enemies, like the Warpers were one of my favorite enemies, and still like the one I viewed as the biggest threat, because their weapon was disorientation as well as damage. So I think they were maybe like... They were my favorite enemies, even though the coolest enemy, I think, was the Ghost Leviathan, I have to say. Like, I liked the Sea Dragon a lot, it was amazing. The Reaper, I think, was the scariest, but I think the Ghost Leviathan was the coolest in my honest opinion. But the way that Subnautica kind of paces that, like its atmosphere and the way that you kind of feel the weight of the world pressing down on you, even bone sharks are scary at the start, you know? Even stalkers are scary at the start, because you don't have to get damaged ever. You can play this whole game without taking a single lick. And because you don't have to get damaged, you never have to get used to getting damaged. I could have thrown myself at a Reaper again and again and again, and I would have never, and eventually I would have become desensitized to being killed by a Reaper, and then there would have been no problem whatsoever, even like the roars and everything else like that. But there's no reason to. There's no reason even to confront a Reaper, because they don't give you anything when they die. And it's even the case they're not even necessarily guarding anything good. Which means that your contact with them is sparing, which makes them scarier. I can't even remember the last time I got to the end of a survival game and was still afraid of some of the enemies. Because survival games work on a kind of formula, and this game is no exception, to a certain extent. In that you learn the attack patterns of enemies, and you learn how to avoid them. So for me, obviously my engagement pattern with the larger enemies was to hit it with a stasis rifle and then get away. But there was still a tension to that because I didn't have to do it very often. It was insane, it really was insane. It did some things which I've never seen a game do. I would love to watch that video on Fear. And when I return to this game, as I will do, I may have further thoughts on that whole aspect of the game, because it is super interesting to me. I may return to Subnautica to explore some more things that I missed, as I mentioned, but only really if I hear about something really important that I missed. I'm not going to go back in and explore for wreckages just for the sake of minor scans or even kind of some interesting data logs. It would have to be something that you wish I had seen. So do tell me. Again, like I said, don't be specific about it, but maybe give me some directions like, I wish you'd seen this. And then I'd be happy to go back in and retcon a little bit, just say like, hey, this is before I took off on the rocket, let's go explore out here, just for the hell of it. Happy to do that. Otherwise, I will probably be tacking below zero when it comes out in full release. At the moment, I understand it is still very much in early access, and nothing wrong with early access. In fact, it's really important to help them develop the game. We're all on the right paths. It's just not the way I want to play this game. Maybe I'll have a dip into it for like an episode's worth just to kind of see what it's about, but more likely I'm going to wait for the full release for a few months. Which means I get to kind of play some other stuff in the meantime, which I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, I think I mentioned I had a couple of criticisms, which was basically just around the idea that it sort of turns out that the enemies are quite samey. Like the river prowlers are essentially bone sharks with different skin, and you know there's a variety of reskins of enemies to kind of buff out the numbers. None of that is really a complaint exactly. It's sort of an observation which felt like a missed opportunity. As I say, I've come away from this game absolutely loving it, and it was a big step in the survival genre for a variety of reasons, and I think it's the most effective integration of sandbox survival game and plot that I've ever seen, bar none. But it doesn't mean you can't improve, and I think a higher variety of enemy attributes would be good. Like some enemies might be faster than your sea glide, for example, or something like that. I mean, we had great enemies like the Mesmer and stuff like that, but even then, you kind of have to throw yourself at a Mesmer, like that video that I saw where the guy just didn't back off in order to hear the full thing and get munched by them. I don't know, like, this game does a great job of building up the threat, but it rarely... The threat is... If you fail to address the threat properly and you get chewed on or munched or whatever, it rarely... It is often like, oh, is that all it did? So maybe working on that for the future game is good. Having said that, it's possible that was deliberate, because if the results of what you were doing, if the fear of the threat matched what the actual threat level was itself, I think this game might be too hard and too oppressive. And it is worth saying that despite being chomped on by Reapers and chomped on by Ghost Leviathans, etc, 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 I got to the end of the game and I was still scared of them. So maybe I'm just talking out my arse, and maybe you should not listen to me. It was just an idea, a point of discussion, if you like, which, you know, feel free to leave your thoughts about this game and your final thoughts on it in the comments. Speaking of, thank you so much for coming along with me on this. I know it was a different style of play to a lot of other Subnautica Let's Plays. It was a lot more cautious, a lot more thorough. In a certain way, you know. I was slower with my exploration. I think a lot of you liked that, but I think a lot of you took some adjusting to that. I imagine there's a lot of people who maybe started this series and then went off it to find a slightly more action-packed Let's Play. So to those who stuck through it, and, you know, who even enjoyed that style of play, I love you to bits. Thank you so much. Doing this stuff, like these Let's Plays, it's nothing without you guys. It's nothing without speaking to you all, and just sharing the experience. That's why I do these things, to hopefully entertain some people and to share these amazing first-time experiences in this wonderful field of video games. I think that's all I had to say. We will do Below Zero for sure in the future. I'm actually really looking forward to it already, but I'm happy to put this down for a little while and just wait for Below Zero to be a little fuller so we can experience it from start to end like we did with this, fully blind with no knowledge, because it was amazing doing it this way. And I hope you all are along for the ride for that in the future, and I hope you guys in the meantime find something else that we can share together as well. So I will be trying out some new games over the next wee while. Please do let me know your thoughts on them, whether you'd like to see more of that style, or if you have any games like this that you could maybe recommend, because I do love a good sandbox. Anyway, I think I've gone on for long enough. Thank you so much for watching. This was amazing, and just as a final side note, that ending was spectacular. A great build up and a great payoff, especially considering that it's a slow process coming away from like the deeps to the portal and doing the final crafting mission. Like, it could have easily been a pace breaker there and kind of felt, oh, that was a bit anticlimactic. No, it was so climactic. It felt amazing to do, to leave like that. Amazing cutscene. one of the... It's often rare that the end is an actual highlight of a video game because endings are difficult, but this was for sure. God, this is well designed. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. And I will see you in the next episode of whatever it is I'm playing.